Well, good evening and welcome to My Psychic Connection. I am your host, Journey Ryan. It is Friday, thank God. And, I'm here with the wonderful Miss Gifts of Faith.
Hi, everybody. You're wonderful too, Johnny, and you know it.
I just like to hear it. We had a great show last night, and we're going to have another great show for you guys tonight. Remember, all you have to do is say hi. You're automatically put on our list. Once we put you on the list, we're going to go down the list. And remember, guys, we are going to be here for some time. So if you want to get a full and more in depth reading, you go ahead and hit the jump button. And it's a small donation. Once you get on that, we will put you on our donation list. And we will take those calls first. That's how you jump the list and get ahead of everybody else. We're going to go ahead and post that link right now for you guys. So that way you guys have the jump. That way you guys can uh, get the opportunity to go ahead and start putting in those jumps. We do have two people already in line for jumps, so let's go ahead and call their names. Bella X. Bella X, go ahead and get your question ready. And then Belanca D, you do the same. And guys, remember, we are here for a extra long time. It is the Friday show. So I hope everybody is ready to get a chance to get a reading with us. Remember, I am not here on the weekends, so I got to give myself some time.
Well, neither am I, but you can catch us on the website or catch me on the website.
You can catch Faith on the website on the weekends, but that's my time to take a psychic moment and take that psychic break. But it's just a good recharge. Got to practice what you preach, guys. You got to take a step back every now and then, just to kind of take a deep breath and go, okay, what do I got to do now? All right. We're posting the website, guys. Remember, you guys can sign up at mypsychicconnection.com, where you get 3 free minutes when you sign up, and you can talk to any of the psychics of your choice. Remember, we are on there. I'm on there 5 days a week. Faith is on there a million days a week. So just know that we are there as many times as we can be. All right. Usually I'm there all day until we come to the show. So, all right. So I got Bella here. Bella, we will grab your question here in just a second. And guys, remember, be kind, be courteous. Remember, just because you think someone else's question may be funny, it's not funny to them. They ask their questions because they need to hear some answer. And remember, nobody's question here is dumb unless you are trying to be an ass. And then we'll call you out on it. So remember, watch out. We got claws and we can bite too. Just be careful. All right. I hope everybody's ready. We're ready to have fun. We're ready to have a good show. Remember, Belanca D, get your question ready. You will be right after Bella. Are you ready, Faith?
Oh, I'm having some technical difficulties, Johnny.
Okay.
You're coming in staticky.
Okay.
Now you're coming in normal. Hold on.
Stop touching stuff.
Well, no, it was acting up, and I was trying to move it so that maybe it wouldn't come in staticky. Okay. Well, you sounded like a robot.
You and technology, girl. All right, well, let's get this party started, guys. We're going to go ahead and take Bella's question. Bella says, is he around me? If he is, where in the house is he? As well as what career should I go into for Moolah? Deciding if for fall semesters, deciding for the fall this semester, this is my life. Okay. Let's take a look here. I'm trying to see. All right. Looking at what you're asking, I'm believing that this situation has to go to someone who passed. Taking your husband is the one that we're talking about when it comes to, is he around me? Yes, your husband is around you. I do see that. I don't think that there's like one specific room that he's focused in. I kind of feel like he's going around you. I see him in and out, so I don't feel said spot on, my hubby. Okay, so there are a couple messages coming through, and one saying right off the bat, it's okay to be strong and to have your strengths about you and being strong for everybody else, but there's also a time for you to not hold everything back. I feel like you're trying to be a Power Ranger, and a Power Ranger eventually will run out of power if they don't recharge and let things go. You're gonna have to move things forward for yourself. Allow yourself some grieving time. So don't forget to let things out, things that you need, that are on your chest, things that you wanted to say. He's there. He hears you. He keeps saying that I keep seeing things about eating habits and things to that nature. Start doing things that make you feel special, but give yourself the opportunity to be able to move yourself forward. Allow yourself the opportunity to, how do I put this? Because I feel like, because it just shows me like this big wall that you've created. Just, I have to be strong. 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 And it's like keeping you from feeling everything that you need to feel and doing the things that you need to do, which is release. He's always around you. He says he loves you. I keep seeing here that the living room seems quiet, is what I keep being told. Living room seems quiet. Spends most of the time trying to, make sure that you're sleeping well. I feel like that doesn't seem to be all that great, but I do feel like you're getting sleep. When it comes to going in the direction of making money, because that was something that I was seeing here. Sorry, guys. When it comes to you making money and the career in which you should go through, right now is a time for you to kind of look at what it is that you're most connected to, what you want. What is it that you want to do? What is it that you feel that you need to do? I keep seeing that you're trying to, do something new. You're trying to restructure. You're trying to just be kind of spontaneous is what the energy is saying. So kind of go with your gut with when it comes to career, but I keep seeing medical circling you when it comes to careers for you. So find something in the medical field that you can do. So you do something different. Teacher, but I don't know if the money wise it's good. Laugh out loud. Well, unfortunately, in this country, we do not pay the teachers what they're worth. And if you know what badass children are, go to the school where they don't listen. So the thing about it is when you are looking at careers, teaching's great, and I thank the teachers that are out there, but you're looking money wise, I'm going to say go into the medical field. You don't have to be a nurse or something to that nature. You could be a resident aide. You can, you could do paperwork. There's many things you could do, but it would also come with a better paycheck than you would getting through the teaching stuff. So just know that your husband's around. He stays around. He worries about you in a place where you're holding too much back. So allow yourself to kind of let things go slowly, but do something that's different, that you don't feel like you're going to break down, because if you build up that wall too high and one thing cracks it and it comes tumbling down, you're going to break down really hard. The month of February will always be a month that you continue to keep seeing, as of course that's the time he passed. But the thing is that, do something special is what he said. Do something special to make yourself feel better. And it'll always bring a smile to your face. Says, I just don't think I'm smart enough for that field, laugh out loud, or maybe an administrator. You are smart enough for that field. You're just not used to going into that field, because clearly if you can be a teacher, you most certainly can do something in the medical field. Where do you think they learn it from? The teachers. I'm going to pass this over to Faith and see what she's got for you.
Hi, Bella. Welcome to the show. Couple things. Your husband was coming through and speaking with me as Journey was reading you. He comes across as a real jokester, and he keeps holding up a hammer, and he says that the house needs fixed, but he's doing it like he's like posing like I'm a handyman. So I don't know if that means like he really wasn't good at fixing things, or if he's just trying to make you laugh, because it comes across like, I'll fix it, like he was Mr. Fix It. And he's also saying that he was usually the one that handles a lot of things. And so it's hard for you because you are trying to be the strong one and you usually leaned on him. He says you have an inner strength that you don't really realize. And he said he wants you to stop. Like, he says that you have so much guilt. Like, you feel like if you could have, you would have said this or you would have said that. But he said he already knows how much you loved him. He said you guys used to get in stupid arguments, yes. He says, but in the grand scheme of things, that doesn't matter. And he keeps showing me you guys dancing. He had a real romantic streak to him, and he's just sending you a lot of love, and trying to tell you that he's there. Now, he doesn't come around you, constantly, but he does come when he feels you need
And
it.
bad he didn't come home the next day.
Okay. That's okay, that's why it's coming across that way. He doesn't want you to feel bad, because he says it's not going to change anything. He says he understands that you feel bad, but you don't have to. He says he loves you and he knows that you love him too. As far as your career path, I was seeing nursing also. I'm going to be really honest with you. I was seeing nursing. Now, I know you want to do the teaching, but I'm speaking from personal experience because I went to school for it. I didn't finish, and I have looked into just going and working in the school system because they need teachers and they need assistants right now. And you really don't make good money doing that. So just know that. That is something that you can look into, though, because they do need teachers and they do need teachers' aides. So I would look up the qualifications for your area for people that don't have a teaching degree, because they are using them for teachers' aides and substitutes. And they do pay you, but it's considered a part-time position. Now, if the schools like you, they can pick you up as a full-time person, but that doesn't always happen. You don't make a lot of money, just so you know. I do see nursing and medical for you, though, but I'm just letting you know that. I feel like mentally and emotionally, you will feel a little bit better by October. He comes to you, your husband comes to you in your dreams, although I don't feel like you always remember it. And he keeps telling me you're not eating real well. and he wants you to eat better. He says that you eat things in a hurry or you don't eat it at all. And he keeps talking about a stain on the carpet or worrying about spilling something, or he's showing you somebody spilling something. He says that you're real particular about things being clean. He says, don't worry about it, you'll get the stain out. If that doesn't make sense to you right now, hold on to it because it might make sense later.
She said accurate.
Okay. He says, don't worry, you'll get the stain out.
Well, the thing about
I've never had a mediumship reading tell me that about a stain, but okay.
it's just something to connect with the person.
Okay.
They know what's going
Yeah,
on.
I know. It's just funny to me because that's not one that I've had.
Yes, the kids spilled their slime.
He says you'll get it out.
Mm-hmm. But the thing is that, even though we're telling you about the medical field and I'm looking at it, she's still going to go into the teaching. I still see her going that direction.
I know. That's why I
That's
told
why I
her.
said it means her out.
That's why I told her the teaching stuff.
Yeah.
Look it up for your area because usually, like in my area, they prefer for you to have 40 to 60 hours worth of college, but you don't have to. You can have a GED or a high school diploma and become a teacher's aide or a substitute teacher. That's how bad they need teachers right now.
She says it's easier. I just yell at them. Ha ha. Yeah, well, just so you were talking about the moolah part, which would make better money. The thing is that the medical was what was bringing you the most money. But yeah, you could go in the realm of teaching. Just know that you'll have to kind of juggle your finances differently.
Yeah, because I'm telling you from experience of looking into it, it's not a lot of money. It's really
volunteers can also go substitute for a teacher. Yeah, they can substitute. That's not what I'm saying, but what I was saying money wise for the moolah, definitely felt that.
I'm telling you, substitution and teacher's aid, because I've looked into it and I went to school for it. Ask Journey because I'm still kind of looking into it. You do not make a lot of money, and if you think you do, you don't.
That's why I say it's unfair to those who do teach that have to, go through what they go through in order to make this happen. But honey, just know that things are going to come about for you. They look good. Your husband does visit you.
He does.
Give yourself some time to bring a smile to your face. Don't focus on everybody else because that's what it seems like you're doing right now. That was the biggest thing that I was being shown. You're focused on everybody else.
Yeah.
Just so you can stay busy so you don't think about things too much. But every once in a while, stop. Think about it. Let it slowly come out. It doesn't have to come all out at once, but slowly think about things. Allow yourself to grieve, and then you'll be able to move on and go from there. All right. Well, let's keep on going here, and let's take our next question. Remember, guys, I'm going to say this one more time. Ignorance, rude comments, or anything will be blocked. Understand this. I will repeat myself. Ignorance, rudeness will be blocked. Blanca D, you're next on the list. And she says, thank you, guys.
You're welcome.
And then after Blanca is going to be Sierra L. So, Sierra, get your question ready. You'll be after Blanca. All right. Also, guys, if you're wanting a mediumship reading, you need to jump the list. We will not do mediumships unless you jump. Also, we can't spit out enough information in the short amount of time. Jumps are longer. Jumps also guarantee your read. So think about that while we're doing these readings tonight. And jumps help us keep this platform going and keep us, coming back 5 days a week for you guys and giving you guys the information that you seek. All right, Blanca D is with us. Let's go ahead and take her question. Blanca says, You guys, I'm sorry. I'm missing my husband. I know he sees me doing good. You guys, I went down today, got me in tears. God, I need one of his hugs. I think because I was talking about him so much today. I'm sorry. Okay, Blanca. It's not that you need to hear from him. It's that you are finally you're getting to the real part of the grieving. So yes, you talked about him because this is a healing mechanism. This is you getting this out of your system, sharing with a good friend, someone who has been through something like what you've been through. They're grieving at the same time. You're seeing yourself talking about him, bringing up the memories, the things that you've been suppressing, the things you and I have been talking about that you need to get out of your system in order to be able to move to the next level. Just because you've had this day where you feel that you need his hug or that you need his presence, that you need his arms, it's not a bad thing. You're not going backwards. You're actually going through the steps. Now, you've done a great job communicating with new friends, doing things that you have been needing to do. You know, you're taking the steps forward. You took, 10 steps forward, and if you feel like you've taken one step back by breaking down, you would be incorrect. You just took another step. You are slowly grieving the way you should have rather than avoiding and getting mad and getting angry, even though that is part of the grieving process. You're going to get mad. You're going to get angry. You're going to get upset. Then you're going to get sad. And then you're going to be happy. And then you're going to want to do everything for everybody else. The thing about that is that is it's a emotional roller coaster when we're with somebody and that person passes away. It's like half of your heart being ripped out of your chest, and you're like, how am I supposed to function for only half of my heart left? You can function. You just got to realize how to do it. You got to feel how things are going to, build up for you. How are you going to be able to, function? Oh, I need to let this out. And then I'm going to feel better because I got to let it out. I got to feel better about that. Now I'm going to the next step. I've already taken lots of steps. I should be proud of myself. You're still not seeing how you should be proud of yourself, but you got to think where you were just a couple weeks back before you were taking these steps. You were not in a good headspace. But then you started taking these steps that were necessary in order to move yourself forward. And he said, woman, you got this. She says, yes, you guys, thank you, but my bones hurt. She says, and you're right. Thank you, Journey. Listen, honey, I'm going to tell you this right now. Your bones hurt. Start talking about it. Bring them out of your bones. Bring that stuff out of them closets. Start letting it out. And I'm not talking about the surface stuff that you've talked to people about. I'm talking about the deep in your soul stuff that you need to get out. When you let something go, you don't put a leash on it and say, okay, I let it go. Yoink! And yank that son of a bitch right back and put it back inside. That's not how you grieve. When you let it go, you let it go. And this is why it takes time. Because it's something that it's going to be more than one conversation. That's like we talked about last night. Oh, let's cut the cords. You don't cut the cords that way. If you do not detach yourself emotionally when that cord is cut, guess what's still connected? The emotion. What's that going to bring back? All the thoughts. What's that going to bring back? The sadness. So let's dig deep, Blanca. He says, woman, you got this. And you need to start listening on some other things. That's what he said. And he said, Fate's going to tell you about them things. So I'm going to pass it over because he's got some stuff that Faith wants you to know. Or, yeah, there we go. Faith.
Hi, Blanca. I laughed because your husband was talking to me, and that's why I laughed when Journey said that. So, Blanca, what I want to talk to you about tonight is that
Said, oh man, I'm in trouble.
Yeah, you are. But we still love you. The thing of it is you seem to think that if you if you grieve, if you let him go, then you're dishonoring him. You think that your grief is the last part of him to hold on to, honey, and it's not. You have your children, you have your memories, and he's not gone. He's just in a different place. That's all. And he doesn't want you to live like this. You're trying to control the situation and not fully let yourself grieve. That's why you want to feel him every day. And there's nothing wrong with that except you're not moving on and fully grieving the way that you need to, the way that he wants you to. He doesn't want you to hold on to this because he's staying around you a lot because he feels like you won't let him go. So really, not letting yourself grieve, you're dishonoring him in a way. It's not that he wants to leave you, don't get me wrong, but he doesn't want you to feel this way. And just know that your grief isn't all that you have left of him.
Hey, Bella says she's in the same exact way, Blanca. See, right there shows you that other people are going through that. And she said, Blanca said, I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. I'm not angry at you, and neither is he. But the thing is, he doesn't want you to live like this forever. It's not healthy. You're still here because you still have a job to do. You still have something that you have to do for God and for humanity and for your children. You can't just let the only thing you have be your grief. And it's hard when you're missing someone to not let it consume you. But what makes it even harder is when you don't release it, Blanca. You have to release it. Don't hold on to it or it'll eat you. And make it to where you're just coping, where you're just getting up and doing what you have to do. Now, you have made wonderful strides. You have really started to heal. And I know I speak for Journey too. We're very proud of you.
Extremely.
Because we see where you came from and where you are. And it's a testament to your strength and to what God can do in your life when you let him. But by the same token, you still have to release this. Releasing this grief doesn't mean releasing your husband's memory or the things that you've shared. It's not a dishonor. It's just releasing so that you can heal for yourself and for your babies. And you got to remember, your husband's in a good place. He's in a happy place. He's not suffering anymore. He's not in pain. He doesn't have knee problems, back problems, heart problems, diabetes. He doesn't have any of that anymore. So when he looks down and he sees you suffering, he doesn't want that because he loves you. And he's watching over you.
She said, Journey's right. I got excited about my accomplishments and then I dropped. Depends on things.
Well, we all go through that.
Absolutely.
We go through that even if we're not grieving, don't we, Journey? So,
yeah. I mean, everybody has their ups and downs. We have our days. We have our good days. We've got our bad days. We've got days that, may not feel they may not be 100% down, but you know what? It'll take away from those good accomplishments that we feel. And we got to look at ourselves and stop focusing on the negatives and start focusing more on the positives, because if you keep living in the past, you're never going to be able to be present and you're never going to be able to look forward to the future because you're too busy stuck on the past. And you're holding on to it because you feel if you grieve and let it go, that you're letting the person that you love go. I got news for you. He's in your house.
A lot.
Yes.
If he
He's in
wasn't,
your
we wouldn't
house.
be able to see all the stuff we see.
He's doing good things. Just like Bella, she's doing the same thing. She's building up walls. She's helping everybody else because she doesn't want to feel her emotions either because they're hard to feel. And of course, anybody in your position would feel that way. But sometimes you've got to little bit of it out because if not, you're going to take all the positives that you put out into the world and you're just going to crumble. It's really hard to let yourself get past the pain or to make yourself feel like, oh, I'm going to do this, this, and this, and I won't have to think about this. Well, you're going to think about it. You have to. You need to get it out. You're not losing the person. They're still there. They still love you. Clearly, they're still talking to you. They're still leaving signs for you. They touch your left boob. I'm saying, like, there's different
Trust
things.
me, your husband has a strong personality. He ain't
Oh,
going nowhere, dude. Your husband's a trip. I have to say, out of all the, the mediumship readings I've done, your husband has one of the funniest personalities. And, just because he's not here in the form you want him in doesn't mean he's not around you. But you do yourself and your children and him a disservice when you don't take a look at all that you've accomplished and all the good things that are going on too. Blanca, you're about to be a step girl. You're about to be a
Grandma.
grandmother. I mean, that's a miracle within itself.
That means you
You
can
know,
consider yourself old. I'm just kidding.
Journey, that's horrible.
Just trying to make her laugh. You gotta laugh sometimes because, especially when you're in a place of being down in the dark, it
Yeah.
can consume you. The one thing that drowns out light is darkness. So always be that shining light. Always be, yes, I'm feeling sad, but you know what? I've accomplished so much. I'm doing so much. I have children that love me. I've got a roof over my head because life can be so much worse. You may not have those things, and you may not have this, and you may not have that, but someone else in the world doesn't have a roof over their head. They don't know where their next meal is coming from. There's always someone that has it worse than you do. And that's why I say we always need to look more towards our positive self so we can build up and do things, because then you want to do something more positive. And then maybe you're that person that goes to the burger joint of your choice and you buy that person a burger and say, you know what? I wanted to give you a meal. I wanted to make sure you ate. Here's $5. I hope this gets you something that you need. You'll be able to do things like that. They'll also make you feel warm, and, that infectious energy will continue to keep growing. Your light will get brighter. But if you keep the darkness in the closet and allow it to, consume your light, no matter how many good things you're doing, how many accomplishments you're taking, the darkness will always consume you. That's why you've got to let it out. Let it be recycled.
Blanca, think about it this way. If the situation was reversed, and if it had been you that passed instead of your husband, would you have wanted your husband to do this, to hold on so tightly and warn you and be sad? You wouldn't have wanted that for him, and he doesn't want it for you either.
She says, I see a lot of dragonflies around every day. Wait, what, Journey? I'm in my prime. Always on my cars, dragonfly. Is it him? Dragonflies are a spiritual messenger, but that unfortunately, I wish I could say it was him, but it's not. He's in the car with you. He's not outside of it.
Yeah.
If we remember who they are, they'll always be in our hearts. If we talk about this person, they'll always be in people's thoughts. We have to remember that we focus and we put energy out into the world. And you are a bright person who has an amazing future ahead. Just like Faith said, you're not done in this world because God has a bigger mission for you. And, I get that we're sad, and I get that we feel these things, but we have time to heal. We have our ways of healing, and you coming and talking with us and getting the opportunity to get these messages from your husband, that's more fortunate than most people get when someone crosses over, because they don't know about these ways to, get that type of healing, because they can be fearful. But Balaka, we have run out of time on this question, so we love you. Hang in there.
You do. You know that.
And we're going to go ahead and take the next person in line. Thank you so much, Blanca. If you have another question, just let us know. All right, Sierra L., go ahead and throw us your question. And we will take that question right after our break. So get it ready. We'll be right back after these messages.
For Central Kentucky's best selection of pets and pet supplies, visit Adventure Pets in Berea. We have one of Central Kentucky's largest selection of fresh and saltwater fish, exotic birds, hamsters, reptiles, puppies, kittens, and more. We carry several lines of premium dog and cat food. We also stock Frontline Plus, Advantage, Capstar, and other products for flea and tick control supplies for dogs and cat health needs. Call us today at 859-985-8001.
Are you looking for the very best website designs? Look no further than mypressmarketing.com. Let their expert staff take your website, phone site, or mobile app to the next level, fast and easy. That's mypressmarketing.com. Why shop anyplace else? Just tell us what you want and we will build it. Why settle for an everyday design? Get a design that stands out from the rest. We can even offer your business radio and magazine advertising. That's mypressmarketing.com. Let us be your advertising, marketing, and website design specialist today.
All right. We are back with Sierra L. Coming up next, and then Maria C. Get your question ready. You will be right after Sierra. All right, Sierra's here. Sierra says, "Hi, loves. Just concerned. I got my results today. Told my tumors are growing, and I'll have to have surgery October to remove one. Should I be concerned? Will I need treatment afterwards? The spirit have any messages?" Okay, so right off the bat, when it comes down to it, and we're talking about your tumors and things of that nature, I do feel as though that, yeah, there's growth. I do feel like surgery will be needed. I don't feel that you would need to worry on the fact that they may be cancerous. I'm not seeing that. I do feel like I wouldn't call it treatment more than like maybe wound care. And so I don't think that it's going to be like a treatment or anything after that. I just feel as though that they'll teach you how to care for the wound, and that's pretty much all that I see them doing for afterwards. And of course, you will have to have a follow-up to do other, to check the other things going on. I do believe that they're going to remove, I see 2 being removed. So I don't know if they've told you about 2, but I definitely see 2. When it comes to spirits watching over you, I do see grandmother. She's been watching over you, trying to give you strength. Your prayers are being heard is what I was told to tell you. I know that you've been very, very worried about everything that's going on. Grandmother's saying you've got the strength. You can do this. You're going to carry on. You're going to get things the way that you need them to. This is just part of something that you're going through. You're going to be able to share this knowledge with somebody else that you know that will end up going through something very similar about this, and you will be able to help them along the way because of your caring nature. You always do that. You always have to make sure that you're caring for that person, or you're doing what needs to be done. I feel like you put your needs behind everybody else's, and you're always constantly making everybody else the front runner. You're the one that's making, things happen for them, and you're the one that's, you always put yourself last. In this case, you need to be putting yourself first. You need to be taking yourself more seriously and start doing the things that you say you're going to do for yourself. I know that there's a lot of things that you want to do, and I keep seeing when it comes down to changing, even people around you, your diet, right down to your hair. And I'm not the psychic that picks that up. I'm not the hair guy. That would be Faith's department. She always picks up when someone gets a haircut. It's funny.
I do.
But I actually saw it right down to changing your hair. And I feel like that was more of a message just saying that you're trying to change different avenues about yourself, and it's okay to do so. She says, yes, I have two, but right now they are removing the right one. She said, haha, yes. But honestly, I know that you say that they're just removing the right one. I don't believe that's going to be the case. I'm seeing two. So don't be surprised if they say they had to remove the other one and that they're going to check. They figured basically while they were in there, they were going to have to do it due to how they got when they seen it. They knew they had to do something different. So it's not a concern to worry about. I know that probably Journey just freaked you out. Please don't be nervous or scared. The doctors that are going to take care of you know exactly what they're doing, but just know that you're in great hands. God is on your side. Your grandmother's giving you strength. She says she loves you, girl, and you've always been her baby, and you always will be, and she's going to continue to stand by your side. Even there, she said she will keep you entertained while they do this surgery because you're going to be bored. Because you get bored easy, she said. But don't worry, she'll be there, and you guys will have a great time. I'm going to pass this over to Faith, see what she's got for you.
Hey, sweetie. So I agree totally with everything that Journey said. I do see a little bit of treatments afterwards, but I don't know what kind. I'm not being shown what kind, like Journey was being shown wound care. So that may just be what I'm shown too. I'm just not being shown the particulars of it like he was. I do feel like you will be very tired. Your grandmother shows me, though, that she's going to come to you when you're under anesthesia and you guys are going to spend time together. She keeps showing
Yes.
you guys going shopping. She says you guys are going to go shopping in your dream. So I don't know if that's something that you guys did in life, but she keeps showing me that you guys are going to go shopping. And the funny thing is, I feel like you're going to see her in the dream and you're going to go shopping in the dream. And then a few weeks later, you're going to find at least one of the things from the dream here, like in life. And you're going to be like, oh my gosh, that's going to be your grandmother saying, see, we really did go shopping, now buy that. And I feel like it's going to be a dress. Or something red. She keeps showing me something red with florals on it. And she says that you talk to her all the time. She says she's there with you. She's also showing me a dog. So I don't know if that would make sense to you, but she's showing me a dog as well. And she says, I have the dog. And then there's something else that she's showing me too. And I don't really know. Well, I'm just going to say it. She's showing me a baby that didn't come down. So I don't know if this was your baby or just a baby from the family. It's a little boy, and she's holding it out to me, saying, tell her I have the baby. So I don't know if that would make sense to you either, but she is around you. and she's just sending you lots of love. She's very funny. Your grandmother's very funny, very sweet, and she keeps taking her arms and going like this.
She
Like,
says,
give
I
you a
learned
hug.
that I had a dream recent that someone was wiping my eyes 2 weeks ago, and it was a male, and I thought it was a male. She says, and my best friend, dog Buster, passed, and it was my baby. I had a miscarriage.
Okay, so she wants you to know that she has the baby. So she doesn't want you to worry about that anymore because she says you cry about it and you miss it. And she says it's safe and it's here with me and I'm spoiling him rotten just like I would of you. And she's showing him to me. He's beautiful. Um, I don't know if you had a name picked for him, but he has a name. And he's around. And the dog is, I know it's your friend's dog, but the dog came through with your grandmother, I think, just to
Is this
acknowledge.
my great grandmother or my grandmother's dad's mom?
I don't know. This is a grandmother figure. So she's got brown hair is what I'm being shown. And
Okay.
it's kind of wavy. It's shorter. Now I don't know if it was shorter in life or not, but she's showing me shorter.
She said dad. She said dad. So it's your dad's grandmother.
Well, that's still her grandmother though.
Yeah, it's what I said. Yes, I know who it is.
Well, she's around you. So
All right. Well, I know that she's saying that she loves you dearly.
yeah.
And, you know,
She's actually saying you're a lot like her. So I don't know how much you know about her since it was your father's grandmother, but she's saying you have a lot of her in you. And she's saying you're too hard on yourself and you have a really strong inner strength. And she's also showing me you praying a lot and you believe in God and you're always praying to God. She says, God hears you. Don't think that God doesn't hear you because sometimes you don't feel God's presence. But when we don't feel God's presence, that's when God is the closest to us, actually. So just know that. And she's just keeps showing me a lot of light and love for you. And she's showing me actually, and I don't see this very often in my flashes and in my readings, but she's showing me heaven. And she's saying that your prayers are going up to heaven. So don't doubt that your prayers are being heard because they are.
she goes, this means so much. This is my dad's mom. Yeah.
She's showing me she was a strong woman of faith and she was a little bit feisty with your father. There was more than just your dad around the children. And she said, I had to keep them in line and I had to take charge and be nurturing and everything else. And she said that she had a hard life, like physically. I feel like she had some ailments and stuff, but she pushed through. And she's saying, you're going to push through too. And she's just sending a lot of love to the family in general. So just know that. I'm glad that she's coming through for you. Um, I know maybe she's not who you wanted to come through, but sometimes the person we least expect to come through is who comes through. She says that she's always around you. And she really likes you. I don't know that you knew her in life much, but she really, really likes you. And she keeps saying, we're going to go shopping. We're going to go shopping. She keeps showing me a picnic and you guys shopping. So she just wants you to know that. She's looking forward to going shopping with you because she keeps reiterating, you guys are going to go shopping in the dream. And then you're going to see one of the things that you bought in the dream in life. And then you're going to buy it and be like, this is from my uh, grandma. So just know that.
All right. Well, thanks, Sierra. Your grandma loves you. She's going to be there. You guys are going to have a good time. You're going to be in good hands. We don't want you to worry. But, guys, we just looked at the PayPal thing. It is working. The new link we just posted, guys. If you guys can't grab it off here, it is in the description on Facebook and YouTube. So try to do it off of there. If you're having an issue with it, refresh the page and try again. I'm not sure which platforms people are using. So we just checked it. I looked at it. It popped up, so it's working again. I don't know if they had an issue, but it is fixed. Nope, Journey, not yet. It's working. I myself personally checked it, and it worked. If you're having an issue with it, like I said, refresh the page and try again. It will pop back up for you because I just got it to work. So, guys, let me know what's going on there, and I will keep looking to see what we can do. All right, so I need Maria C to go ahead and throw us your question. You are next on the list. After Maria C is going to be America L. So get your question ready, but do not post it. We're waiting for Maria C. It's Maria Claudette, but I just said Maria C to shorten it up.
No.
All right, guys, we're going to give you 30 seconds, and then we will move on to the next person. Remember, guys, don't forget you guys can jump. We just worked on the link. It is working again, so do try again and let me know. We're going to keep on going here, and I don't see Maria Claudette, so we're going to go ahead and take America L. Go ahead and throw us your question. And then after America L is going to be Oliver. Oliver, get your question ready, but do not post it. You will be next after America L.
Journey, really?
All right, if it's not working for you, I'm not sure which platform or which browser you're using. Try Firefox. It does work.
What I would say is go out of watching us and then come back in, and it might reload it.
And refresh it. All right. No America L. All right, let's keep on going. Let's go with Oliver. Oliver, go ahead and throw us your question. After Oliver is going to be Eeyore, a.k.a.
Amy.
Amy. So, Amy, get your question ready, but do not post it. Oliver, go ahead and throw us your question. All right. All right, we got Oliver here. Oliver says, what does have for me in my career path to legal profession? All right, so what I'm getting for you when it comes to your legal stuff, I do feel as though that you'll be able to, it's showing me for you to get there. We're not quite there yet. For some reason, are you still going to school? Are you trying to, because it's showing here education incomplete in order to go to the legal profession. So it feels like you need a little bit more education before you can get to that point. And that's what I'm being showed here. I do feel like you would be able to pursue something in the legal field and then continue your education until you get everything that you need. But there's a piece of your education that is missing in order for you to get to the actual part of the legal field that you're wanting to get in. But I do feel like you're able to accomplish it. But this is going to take time. But actually getting in to a law firm while you're working on this right now, I do feel like, yes, they would help you. And I do feel like you'll have the ability to get that work done. So hang on. I don't know what was going on there. But go ahead and continue your education. I want you to keep doing things the way that you are. You are on the right path. Spirit is saying that you got to keep focused. Keep looking. That's what I'm being shown. Keep looking. Develop your education. You're going to find what you're looking for. But currently, you know, I feel like you're getting distracted. That's what I'm seeing here. So it shows here that you're getting like distracted. And I mean like, oh, I can't do this. So it kind of lets you down a little bit. And then you try to do something else and it kind of lets you down a little bit. Don't let those things distract you. Continue to keep focusing and working on things because you're right on the money. It says, yes, I'm taking the exam in November. Perfect. By doing that, you're expanding yourself. That's what's missing. It's got to be that exam because that's why it said education not complete. But I'm so happy for you that you're going in that direction. You're going to do great. But I am telling you, when it comes to this, while you're working on it, because you're like right on the cusp of everything, I'm going to tell you right now, do something. See if you can't do something with a legal firm or something to that nature. It will only look better on you. It'll make you feel excited and pumped about doing this stuff in the legal field. But I'm going to pass this over to Faith and see what she's got for you. Faith? Hang on. I muted you.
I was going to say, I think I'm muted. Okay, so I'm actually being shown, I agree totally with everything that Journey just said. I do feel like you will do well on your test. I do see that if you looked, you could get an internship possibly with a law firm. I don't know. I don't feel this would necessarily be a paying one, but it would be something good for you, a stepping stone. The law firm would start with a J, okay? It would be like a J name and something else. Law firm, attorneys at law is what I'm being shown. I just feel like you have to stay focused. You're kind of tired and you want it to hurry up and get here, but it's going to get there when it's supposed to happen. You have a few other little loose ends that you have to get through so that you can get where you need to get, but I do see that. I also want to tell you within about a year, I see a move for you. Now, I don't know if you're planning on moving, but I see it. By next August is what I'm being shown. It may be before then, but I'm usually when I get a time frame, it's within the time frame. Not that the full time frame has to pass. I do think that law is the right direction for you because you're very meticulous with the details and the fine points, and I really feel like it will be very rewarding for you. I do see you doing this and everything being okay. The one thing I would tell you is I don't feel like you're getting enough sleep, so I would be careful about that and making sure that you take and make time for you because I'm feeling your energy levels being really down because you're so like busy like trying to run around and get a lot of things accomplished and then you lose focus because you're trying to do too much. So take a step back, know that you're going to accomplish this and get everything done. You just have to pace yourself. That's what I would tell you. That's the main things that I'm getting for you, actually. I hope that that makes a little bit of sense for you. The other thing I'm being shown is I feel like you need to go to the dentist because they keep showing me your teeth. And that's my symbol for dentist.
All right. So thank you very much for your advice, guys. Everything resonated to my current situation. Absolutely. Awesome. I love it. All right. Thanks, Oliver. We appreciate you. All right. So, Eeyore, a.k.a. Amy, go ahead and get your question ready. We will take your question after the break. I am going to fix the link so that way we can get our jumps through, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Are you looking for the very best website designs? Look no further than mypressmarketing.com. Let their expert staff take your website, phone site, or mobile app to the next level, fast and easy. That's mypressmarketing.com. Why shop anyplace else? Just tell us what you want and we will build it. Why settle for an everyday design? Get a design that stands out from the rest. We can even offer your business radio and magazine advertising. That's mypressmarketing.com. Let us be your advertising, marketing, and website design specialist today.
For Central Kentucky's best selection of pets and pet supplies, visit Adventure Pets in Berea. We have one of Central Kentucky's largest selection of fresh and saltwater fish, exotic birds, hamsters, reptiles, puppies, kittens, and more. We carry several lines of premium dog and cat food. We also stock Frontline Plus, Advantage, Capstar, and other products for flea and tick control supplies for dogs and cat health needs. Call us today at 859-985-8001.
Sorry, guys, we're trying to fix the PayPal button, guys. If you could try it again for those who are trying to jump. We're going to go ahead and take Amy's question real quick. Amy says, I have an old friend reconnected with me recently. Should I cut communication with them? It feels off. So right off the bat, I got to tell you right now, your first instinct is correct. The communication is off. I feel like they're digging. I keep seeing that this doesn't feel like friendship, and it most certainly doesn't feel like it did in the past. I would do it nicely and kindly, and just let them know that that you're busy, and that you've got things that you've got going on right now. So if your communication is weak, you're just giving them a heads up. Basically, after that, you can pretty much just ghost them, because that way they go, oh well, they're just busy. So then they won't continuously bother you or try to keep dinging you. But that's what I'm That's my suggestion on that. I'm going to go back to trying to work on this. I'm going to pass this over to Faith. What do you got?
Well, Amy, this is the thing, and I've had this happen recently with me even. I had several, like 3 old friends from like high school days come back in my life recently. And one of them popped back in, and I was glad to hear from her. And then when I didn't reply to her messages as quickly as she would like, she told me that I was trying to that I find people disposable. And I said, no, I don't. I just don't have time to answer like every 5 minutes because I have a life and I have a job. So, sometimes when you reconnect with people from the past, it's a good thing. But we also outgrow people. And sometimes we don't know what to say to them or how to reconnect because that connection that we previously had with them, it's not the same because we're not the same. So we won't necessarily know how to connect. That's why it feels off. You don't feel the sincerity and you don't feel the friendship. And sometimes that happens. There's nothing wrong with that, Amy. So to answer your question, you should let go of this. Like Journey said, do it nicely. Just say, I'm really busy. I'm not really accepting friends on Facebook or whatever it may be. And just say, I wish you the best. I'm glad for the reconnection, but I just don't have time. So if you don't hear from me, then just know that it's because I'm busy. And, I do feel you'll hear from them maybe a couple more times after that sporadically throughout the year, but it won't be like it is like them trying to reach out and communicate with you. So just know that. And, you know, sometimes this happens just
Yes, thanks. I was afraid my gut was right. Laugh out loud.
Yeah, you were right. But yeah, that's what I would recommend that you do. And there's nothing wrong with that because sometimes we outgrow people, or when we reconnect with them, sometimes it's not always the same. Because friendships and relationships, they serve a purpose. They help us to grow and they help us to change. And sometimes we've already grown when sometimes as old friends will reconnect. Um, and some friends we stay friends with forever. And when we reconnect with them, even when we haven't talked to them in years, it's just like old times. But sometimes people connect with us and it changes. It's like a struggle trying to pull at the communication, or it's one-sided, or it just feels funny. And there's nothing wrong with that, Amy. So just keep all of that in mind. Do it nicely. Just tell them you're busy. And like I said, I think that you will hear from them sporadically, but it won't be like it is now. And eventually you won't hear from them at all. I think you're going to hear from them around holiday time after you send them this message and maybe a birthday or something, but it won't be like it is with them trying to reach out to you. And if anytime something makes you feel uncomfortable, just know to go with your gut. So hang in there, Amy. I hope you and the family are doing good.
She goes, okay, thank you so much. All right, guys,
You're welcome.
we put out a new jump button, guys, so let's try that. The new link has just been placed up there, so guys, take a look at that. Miriam, you are next on our list. After Miriam is KT. All right, guys. Sorry about the issues with the jump button. Not sure what happened there, but I can get it to work on my ends, but I guess you guys are having some errors there. If you guys are using your mobile phone, that might be the issue. Try your computer. So that's just another suggestion. All right, Miriam's here. Miriam says, What should I expect from Muhammad when he reaches out next? Time. Honey, this is going to take time. You know, every time you guys get together, you guys argue. You're going to have to get past that. And right now, time is your friend. You know, when it comes to you guys meeting up, what you need to react to is not the past. You guys are not going to see eye to eye on the past. If you really, really, truly want this to work, let the past go. Let it go. You have to. Because I'm going to tell you this right now. If you guys fight one more time, it's done. That'll be the straw that breaks the camel's back. The communication will be cut off. I know you love the man. I know that you want to be with him. And if that's the case, and that's really, truly what you want, then I think that, you know, you need to let the bygones be the bygones. But I'll tell you right now, I see you missing out on opportunities on new love walking into your life. I can put it behind me. Can you? Because every time you guys have reconnected, you want him to own up to it. He's never going to. And I say that strongly. But you know what? Also, on top of this, I wanted to let you know there is new love. There are eyes on you. You're a pretty girl. They want to talk to you. They want to get to know you. But your energy is focused on Muhammad. So I just want you to know that, yes, you love Muhammad. And I know that you want something to happen there. But I also want you to know that you need to live your life for you. And I wouldn't be a good, you know, spiritual advisor if I didn't tell you your options. That is another option for you. And I'm going to say this. Yeah, other people can love you too. But I know where your heart is right now. And I know it's hard to hear what I just said to you. But just know you have to be able to put it behind you. I'm going to pass this over to Faith, see what she's got for you. Faith?
Miriam, what I would tell you is forgiveness. You're telling Journey, and you told me before that you would let it go, but then you followed that up with he needs to own up to it. So what that really means is you would not forgive it because you want him to own up to it before you can forgive it. So if you want to be with Muhammad, like I told you last week, you can be, but you have to forgive him. You have to. This situation is not going to change. And just like Journey said, if you guys argue one more time, if you bring up the past one more time to him, if you say, this hurt me, Muhammad, one more time to him, he will not come back. And just like Journey said, there are other people around you that would like to get to know you. But you're stuck on Muhammad and the situation, and if Muhammad's going to come back. But I'm going to tell you this. If you don't forgive him, it's not going to matter if he comes back because you won't be with him. You're just going to repeat the cycle that you've been repeating.
But why is that? Honey, why? Okay. Why do you need him to own up to it? When you know in your heart that he's not going to. You know he did it. There's no point of trying to get him to admit it because you know he's not gonna.
Because Journey, I'll tell you why.
Mm-hmm.
She wants to be right.
Yes.
So then she can get angrier at him again, and then the cycle can repeat. But you know what? When he comes back around, if you guys do this, he won't come anymore. And then you're going to be upset that he didn't come back again because he doesn't want to keep going through the cycle. And if you really love him and if really being with him is what you want, you'll forgive him so that you can be with him. This isn't about being right, but that's what I think that you want. You want to be right. There's nothing wrong with that. We all want to be right when we're arguing with somebody we love, right? When they've hurt us. We all want that. Everybody does. But if the choices are, let me be right and put Muhammad in his place, or let me forgive him so that I can be with him because I love him, you have to decide which one of those two things you want to do. Because if you can't forgive him so that you can be with him, then it's not really about you loving him and wanting to be with him. You want him to come back and own up to it and be like, Miriam, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I don't know. It's just, he's confusing. He's not confusing.
No, he's not.
You're making it confusing, honey. It's he's not confusing. You know damn good and well. He's not going to admit to his wrongs. That's just who he is. He's stubborn. He's just
And I'm
bullhead.
going to tell you this, whether you're with him or
But
not.
you guys are so similar. That's why you keep butting heads. You both want to be right.
Yeah. But I'm going to tell you this, Miriam. Whether you're with him or not, which will solely be up to you by how you choose to act this next time, if you bring this up again or not. But whether you're with him or not, if you don't watch what's going on with this situation, it's going to repeat in the next situation with the next person, because this is a lesson for you to learn that you don't always hold on to stuff if you love somebody. You have to work it out. Because what good is you holding on to wanting him to be right? What is that doing for you? Because you're concentrating so hard on wanting him to say to you, I was in the wrong, Miriam, he's gone. So if you would just release that, you would have what you want, right? Which is for him to be with you. So you have to take a hard look at what kind of relationship you want, whether it's with Mohammed or someone else. Is it only what Miriam wants the way Miriam wants it so she can lose the person she loves?
Okay,
Or do you
well,
want to work with somebody? You have to try. And you're very stubborn, Miriam.
all right. KT, go ahead and throw us your question, guys. I need somebody to check the jump once again. If not, we're going to use a different avenue. Not one that I usually use, but we'll try it out and see how it works.
I think I have trouble with PayPal now too. It won't let me.
It happens.
It won't let me access stuff on my app. I have to go on the actual website.
Yeah, on the computer.
Yeah.
All right. We got KT here. Let's go ahead and grab KT. KT says, hey, Journey and Faith, I'm having some relationship problems and I'm not sure how to handle them. I just like some advice or insight, please. Am I the problem? No, I don't feel that you're the problem. You're not the 100% problem. You know, I do feel like we get into moods, and the thing is that when you're in a mood, he's not, and then he gets in one. And then when he's in a mood and you're not, then he puts you in a mood. So I kind of feel like your guys' energy's missing each other. I feel like you guys have to take a step back, kind of look at the situation right now. I do feel like it can grow stronger, but I can tell you right now, I keep feeling your energy drifting away, and I feel like that's playing a part in it. So you're feeling your energy drift away from him, but then you're feeling as though that the energy is drifting away from them as well. It is only through aggravation. And if you guys can calm those waters, and even though he may say something that makes you want to punch him directly in the throat, don't do it. Don't cut him with words. Take a step back, breathe. Don't allow it to get to you, and say, what's going on? What can I do? What is wrong? Just take a step back. Bite your tongue, just so you guys can get back on the same energy level, so you can find out what's happening. Because I really just feel like it's a hit and miss and the energies are off. But I don't feel like this is the end of a relationship or that you should fly out of the relationship. I just feel like you guys need to get more on an eye-to-eye level, and you're not doing that right now because the communication's not working. And I don't feel like the communication, I feel as though when somebody says something, it's being misheard, or it's being, because that energy was, aggravating, it's, not happening in the same way now. So just hang in there. Try to see if you can't, kind of be the brakes so you guys can get eye to eye, so you guys don't keep doing this and you're missing each other and it looks like you're on a stair stepper. And, if you were, you'd have great, amazing legs the size of school buses at this point because of how many times you guys are stair stepping. So just try to be like, all right, I'm the bigger person. I'm going to hold back. What the hell is wrong with you? What is going on? Don't say it that way because that's not going to help the situation. Just go, what's going on? What can I do? What can I help you with? What is the issue? Let him talk. Okay. So I'm going to pass this over to Faith, see what she's got for you, KT. Faith, what's going on?
Hey, KT. So one of the things I feel is that both of you are too busy. Like you've both got a lot of things going on and you haven't taken real time for one another lately. So you've got all these tensions with everything going on with each other's work and that kind of stuff. And so it's spewing over. And so you guys aren't slowing down and communicating.
So thanks, Journey. You always make me feel better.
You need to spend more time together, is what I'm being shown. Relaxation time, not like time where you're talking about how you both had a hectic day. Forget the day and just concentrate on one another. I don't see him going anywhere. It's not just you, it's just an edginess. You both have an edginess, but that's because you're not slowing down and taking time for yourself. And, whether it's together as a couple or individually, you need to both slow down. And I just feel like it's miscommunications. Like, you have a bad day, he's okay. Then he has a bad day, then you're okay. Just like Journey said. So you need to really slow down and realize it's not you, it's not him. It's just you guys have to slow down and take some time for one another. Because you guys haven't really been doing that much. You haven't been talking about anything but things that are negative in your lives, like your stresses. So forget the stresses for like a day or a weekend and take some real time and remember one another and spend some time together. Because once you do, the communication will flow easier and he'll tell you, because I keep seeing he's got a lot of work stresses. And then you get edgy because he's edgy. And then it's like a repeating cycle, but it's not meant to be. So just know that. I hope that helps you. But I do see things getting better within the next 3 weeks, so just hang in there.
All right. So just got a notification. Blanca D just came through, so she said, very true. Thank you, Faith. I appreciate you guys. You're welcome, KT. All right, let's see here. Blanca D, your donation came through. All right, guys, it is working again.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah, because I was not ready to do this other thing. Was not doing it. All right, let's keep going, guys. Blanca D, since you were donating and it came through, go ahead and throw us out. Throw us out your question. I don't know what was going on, guys, but we were having a problem. Apparently,
they might have been doing some work on PayPal. PayPal's been really weird lately.
All right. I might be working on it. I don't know what they're doing.
Usually they have something on their site that says, we're updating the system.
Yeah, two voices again. Yeah, that's because there's two people on the show.
Oh, that was somebody said.
All right. So Blanca says, so Journey, what one of the signs does he give me? He gives you signs all the time. You just don't pay attention. Signs that should remind you of him. Certain like numbers that are being thrown at you. Triple numbers is what I keep seeing. That's the biggest thing, is triple numbers being repeated. Things like his favorite color standing out more so than ever. Smells, foods, things that he likes. All of a sudden you smell something, but it's not really there. Like, I'm just going to say hot dogs in general. like all of a sudden you're smelling hot dogs. You're like, what the hell? I don't see any hot dogs around here. Why? Because it was one of his favorite foods. So now you're like, oh, there's my sign. But you're so busy and you've got so much going on, you're not really paying attention to those signs. Now I know that you wanted the dragonfly. I know you wanted the dragonfly to be that symbol, but it wasn't. It wasn't. That dragonfly symbol to me, from what I got, and I didn't mention it, and I should have, was your mother. Your mother does things like that. She's more of the showing you an animal to represent her. He's more along the lines of always being in the room with you, touching you, letting you know that he's there. Yes, he does move things. She says, does he move anything? Yes. She says, okay, yes, I messed up my ticket at work, right? The wrong numbers, right? These are things that you're seeing, and I feel like things are going to come together for you. So, if you pay a little bit more attention to what's going on, you're going to see these signs. But he knows that he's there, and so the thing is that yes, it's coming together. It's you feel him. He's wanting you to grieve. But he also just said that I try not to do too much because I don't want her to stay in her sadness. So he's being really serious right now. So that's what he's saying to me. And he's saying that, if I do too much, she gets depressed. And then, she gets upset because other people are upset, and then it upsets her more because the kids are still grieving too, and they're having a hard time with dealing with it. He also said, as much as you want to be the kids' best friend, you also need to be their mother and their father at this time. He says you're being a little bit, I get that they're grieving too, but he says you're kind of letting them control you right now. They're getting away with things they wouldn't typically get away if he were in the household. And now you're going to have to tighten up your shoestrings here, and you're going to have to play mommy and daddy at the same time and kick a little ass every now and then. Ain't nothing wrong with that. She says, I don't see the birds anymore that remind me of her. Well, they're dragonflies now, and the next time it's going to be butterflies, so get ready for that. She says, are those chimes? I feel he's connected through my chimes. And yes, they are chimes. The chimes in my office always let me know when spirit is available. So I'm surprised you heard that, because I wasn't sure that the camera was picking up that sound. So just know, now if you hear the metal ones that are ringing really loud, that's not a good spirit, and I'm going to have to get it out. More than likely, I'll be like, Faith, take care of this reading. But you guys shouldn't have to worry about that. I'm pretty well protected. She says, yes, Journey, you're right. Oh, my God, always on key. Yay, and yes. All right, so just hang in there, sweetie. I know this is hard. There's a lot going on, and the kids are grieving too. And when you see they're sad, you feel sad. You're trying to compensate with being their best friend rather than being their mom. Right now, they don't need a best friend. They need their mom. They need their mom. Yes, it's hard on you to hear about him and to listen about what he's doing. If you truly cannot do it and you cannot listen to their grieving, then you need to get with a counselor and make that happen, because it is not healthy for them to not be able to grieve. And if it's unhealthy for you to listen, that's not a bad thing. It's not, because it's hard on you too. Then you guys should all go together as a family and talk to a family therapist about the loss that you guys have, gone through. She said, butterflies are my heart, and yes, my kids are everything. Yes, Journey. Honey, I told you this before. I'm a therapist on top of what I do here. If you need me, contact me. We will sit down together, and we will take care of this. We will let everybody talk so we can know where everybody sits. But remember, they won't be able to lie to me, because I'll catch on real fast. All right. Love your face. I'm going to pass it over to Faith. Faith, what do you got for her on that?
Blanca, okay, a couple things going on here. So, as Journey was giving you a reading, your husband was talking to me. So, he says, excuse me, I have hiccups. He says, woman What do you mean you want a damn sign? I get in the shower with you. She wants what kind of sign, Faith? That's what he says to me. Like, how many signs do I have to give her? Certain songs come on. I get in the shower with her. I'm always around her. If I wasn't, I wouldn't be able to tell you and Journey the things that I do. He's saying to me, though, a couple things. I told you also that your husband wants your husband. Go ahead, Journey. Sorry.
She said, yes, oh my God, I hope so. Tell me when they're lying. And then she said, he does still laugh out loud.
Yes, he does still.
She knows that. She knows.
But he's telling me a couple different things here, and I want to validate this because he keeps telling it to me. Now, I told you a few weeks ago in a private session, probably about a month ago, that your husband wanted all of you to go to family counseling. He felt like the children needed it. Because they're not mourning as much as they want to because they feel like they can't because you're so sad. And you make it evident that you're sad. And there's nothing wrong with that. I just feel like they're not expressing things because they don't want to make you sadder. Okay. He's also saying it's almost time for school there. So I don't know, in a few weeks, maybe you have school starting again or something. Now, I don't know, with the COVID situation, what school's going to be in your area.
Bad.
But he's saying that you need to get the kids ready for school. Whether that's school supplies, preparing them mentally, making them do refreshers on certain subjects. But he keeps saying something about your daughter is going to need help with math.
She says, yes, I'm taking them shopping for school.
Yeah, he says, now listen, this is what's funny. He had just shown me the school shopping right before Journey read that. And he says, there's going to be an outfit that your daughter wants and the skirt is going to be too short. Or there's going to be something about a skirt that your daughter wants and it's too short. He says, when she wants that, you are to tell her no. No, no, and a no. And if she has a problem with it, you tell her that he would have said no because he would have said no. He's saying no right now. So, and he's also telling me for you to be aware of something. Your youngest one, okay? He's saying to be careful of him getting...
She said, oh my God, my husband was smarter in math and this is hard. And him, okay, I'm on it. She goes, oh, no short skirts.
No. He says she's trying to act too grown.
She's grieving.
Yeah, she is, but he's just telling me this, so I'm just repeating what he's saying. He's telling me something about your youngest, so I want to make you aware of this. This isn't to scare you, but I want to make you aware of it. He says that your son might get a fever in the next couple weeks. Just be aware of it. He'll be fine. Make sure you give him Tylenol or whatever you usually give him, but do not get in hysterics and do not get in a panic because he says you always get in a panic when something happens to the baby. He will be fine. That's what he told me to tell you. Because I see him and he has a fever and he says, tell her just like this, say, he will be fine.
Yes, she does. Oh my God. Oh no, not my baby. I'm panicking.
He'll be fine.
Panicking.
He's just going to have a fever. Little kids get fevers all the time. Little kids do better with fevers than grown-ups. What are you talking about?
The fevers can come from many things, like teething and stuff. Even, growth. When they're naturally growing, their bodies can get warmer while that happens. So,
and he just told me to tell you so that you didn't worry. So, and he says, just be strong and just know that he's there.
She said, not my baby, my baby.
You're being silly now, Blanca. I know you
It's
are.
good. She's being silly. She needs it. She goes, Robert, I miss you.
He says, I know, because, I got it like that. He said, but he's also saying,
And don't call me Roberta.
yeah, he doesn't like that.
Yeah.
He really doesn't. Even when you do it when we're in private readings, I cringe every time because he yells, tell her not to do.
Yeah, he told me that just now. Don't let her call me Roberta.
So, but he loves you too, Blanca, very, very, very much. He says he wants you to have movie night soon with the kids. And when you do, he'll be there.
She says, laugh out loud, I'm crazy about him. Laugh out, oh my God, Roberta.
He says have movie night with the kids soon. He'll be there.
Only when she's mad. Laugh out loud.
Yeah, but you still... That's not nice, Blanca. That's not nice.
All right, Blanca. Well, just hang in there, honey. And if you have troubles with math and things like that, you could always find, tutors and things like that. That always helps you with the children. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not going to be all put on you. It's not all pressure on you. There are helping hands, and I do feel as though that you will find these helping hands that will help benefit you. I do believe sports is a great thing for the kids. It's a great outlet, and it helps them grow. So I think that's amazing. So awesome. Another great step for you there, Blanca. Very proud of you. All right, I need Chelsea C to go ahead and throw her question at us, and then Bella, get your question ready. You'll be right after Chelsea. She goes, yes, thank you, guys. Thank you a million. Yes, thank you.
Anytime, Blanca. You know that, honey.
You guys know when you guys come here, we're like family. We're going to joke, we're going to have fun, but we're also going to get down to the key moments of what you're asking about. We want you to feel comfortable. We want you to know that you're loved and that you always have a place to go when you need us. So let's just remind ourselves that you're never alone. We had some issues yesterday with somebody in suicide, and we had to address that quite a bit. It was a suicide and domestic abuse and verbal abuse. There's a lot of things going on out there that we don't ever talk about. And yesterday was a show where we actually got the chance to really talk about these issues, and people were bringing up these things. You just know that we are always here, and if we're not on the air, we're on the website. You guys know that My Psychic Connections Facebook is always open. If you have to send a message, one of the staff will be there. If it's not me, it'll be Faith, it'll be Tony, it'll be some of the other people that work here, And guys, just know we are going to be going on our break here in a few weeks. So guys, get ready for that. And then we will come back September 27th, and we will be back with season 2 of MPC Live. It's going to be fun, but we're going to be here for a few more weeks before we take our break, before we go into the next season. But again, we're going back to the 2-hour shows, and you guys are going to be able to get your one-on-ones with myself, Faith, Nikki, Emma, and Emma Rose, and a few other new psychics that will be joining us. It's going to be amazing. All right, so Chelsea's here. Chelsea says, can I receive a message from my father? He passed in 2003. Well, right off the bat, he said, it's okay. So it's funny because his first words off of what he was saying to me was, I'm not sure why she needs words to hear from somebody else when she knows when I'm there. I give her signs. She wasn't paying attention, but now she is. He says, tap into who you are. Tap into who you are. Your messages are being sent to you, but tap into who you are. You're a strong person. But he also says, stop putting so much pressure on yourself. Stop distracting yourself from the things that you want. Stop allowing other people to take advantage of you or to take from you, because I feel like people are, when you're happy about things, and this is what he's saying. He says they're taking your excitement away. Why is she letting them take the excitement away? She was stronger than that. She's still stronger than that. I'm here for you. 111, that's me. 111, that's me. I'm sending you a message. 222, that's me. I'm sending you a message. Pay attention. You're seeing me out of your peripheral vision. You keep seeing shadows. That's not just, something in your eye. It's me. I'm trying, but you're not seeing. You brush it off. He's a very strong guy. He's loving and caring, but he's a very strong man. But his tone right now is that he feels that you're hurt and no one's hearing your voice. Your voice is being smothered, that you're not getting a chance to speak your word. She goes, oh, wow, I always feel like he is there, but I ignore it. And yes, shadows for the past 2 days, a lot. Yeah, he's trying to get your attention because he knows that you don't have to. Not that we don't want you here, because I definitely want you to come. I love the fact that you're here, but he wants you to open up your gift and that it comes from his side of the family. This has been something that you've been blessed with. Your grandmother had it, or has it. That's how he said it. You're a strong person, but your voice isn't being heard. And I feel like your other people are putting a lot of pressure on you and you're helping them take care of their problems. But right now, I feel like you kind of need to pull back from that. And that's what he's saying. Pull yourself back from that. Get back your strength. Remember who you are. You're a strong person. You can handle what's in front of you. You can handle the gift that you were given. No longer fear it. No longer doubt it. This is your gift. I always feel like he's the one I just can't connect to. He says, I'm always the fixer of the others, and I don't focus on myself. And that's why he's telling me to tell you, focus on yourself. Take a step back. It's not selfish. Take a step back to focus on you, because your words aren't being heard when it comes to you. They're only heard when you're fixing everybody else's problems. That's different. But the thing about it is like, you're like, I told you not to do that, and you did it anyway, and they keep coming back with the same problems. Now, listen, you being a healer, you being a medium, in the beginning stages, it's going to suck. It's going to hurt. You're going to take people's burdens. It's going to suck, because you don't know how to control that part yet. Put your hands in the dirt, take a saltwater bath, scrub yourself, do what you got to do, but don't take yourself and drain yourself. Because right now you don't know how to take in the Reiki energy. You don't know how to cleanse yourself. You don't know how to ground yourself yet, but you'll get to those levels. Right now you're taking in a lot of pressure, and he doesn't want you to take on too much. He wants you to get your skin thicker. He wants your voice to be heard. Yeah, these people are going to come with the same thing. They're not always going to listen, but you are giving them the right advice. When it comes to you, you're not taking your own advice. He says when it comes to him communicating with you, you're doubting yourself. Your doubts are blocking his voice from being heard to you. That is why why he is the one person you cannot hear, because even when you hear spirit for other people, you still doubt it in your head. Was I right, honey? Stop doubting. You're right. Just because someone doesn't want to hear what what the spirit has to say doesn't mean you're wrong. Spirit will tell you things the way, sometimes spirit will just spit it out point blank. Like, am I going to get married to so-and-so? No. Can you give me an explanation why, please? Because you're certainly going to ask why. And then they're going to get mad. So I need to be able to explain this to them. So, this is something that you need to not do to yourself. She says, yeah, I've been drained fast because you're not connecting. You're not getting this residue off of you. Like I said, plant a flower, get your hands in the dirt, take your shoes off, put them in the grass, Ground yourself. Allow yourself when you're in the shower to see the negativities be washed down the drain. These practices work, and they work well. Faith's got some awesome messages over there. I can feel it coming from her. I'm going to pass it over to her. Chelsea, you're amazing. Don't doubt yourself, sweetheart. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me. You can call me on the site, talk to me on here. Hit us up on Facebook. Faith?
Hey, Chelsea. So, a couple things.
She said, I always tell myself I hear him because I think I just want to hear him. So my brain might be making it up. That's how I feel.
Well, you still trust it because your father's around you. One of the things that I was shown, Chelsea, when Journey was initially reading your question was it's like a little flame, a little spark in you, okay? And as soon as you release your confidence and let things flow easier, that spark is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. It's not always going to be easy. The path of learning how to do this and trusting it and not questioning what you're seeing sometimes can be difficult, especially when you first start. It really, really sucks because you don't know what's going to come out. You don't always trust it. It doesn't always make sense. But even I got a little surprised for all of you listening and watching. Even now, after 20 years of doing readings, sometimes I'll be shown things and I'm like, that doesn't make any sense to me at all. But it's not going to always make sense to you because the messages that you receive, they're not always for you. And even when they are for you, sometimes, just like you said, we question it, right? Because we're like, why would I see that? Or why am I seeing that? Or why is this person coming through? They're coming through because you're open. But what's happening with you, because you're not used to using your gifts, you have a lot of practice to do. Just like Journey said, you need to shield yourself. You need to take Epsom salt baths or put it on a loofah or put it on your sponge and clean off the energy, but trust what you're seeing because your father is around you and there's several other people as well. One of the things your father wanted me to tell you, and I don't know if this will currently make sense to you, but he keeps saying this to me is, are you getting a new car, Chelsea? Because he keeps saying something about a new vehicle. Or maybe it's a new vehicle since he passed, but he keeps saying a new vehicle, new vehicle, new vehicle.
Also, don't sage too much. You're pushing every spirit out of the damn neighborhood out. It's another thing he said.
Saging always makes me sleepy.
She said, oh my God, I said, if my business works out, a new one I'm starting, I want a Porsche. She goes, so I promised myself a Porsche, laugh out loud. Hey, that's not a bad promise. Goals, girl, goals.
Yeah, and I do see you getting a new car. It's red.
Yep.
It's a red convertible, I think, because I keep seeing like a convertible top.
Mm-hmm.
And your dad says, my daughter really likes to have nice things, but sometimes she tries to save a buck. He says, you're going to have choices when you get this new car. Don't go with the cheapest one just because it's cheapest, Chelsea. That's literally what he said. That's so funny. I'm sorry. I just get tickled sometimes when they tell me specific phrases. But he says he loves you a lot, and your abilities are going to come out more between now and Christmas. So just know that. And I don't know, Chelsea, if this would make any sense to you.
Oh my God, I'm a cheapskate. Ha ha. I want nice things, but I hoard money.
Yeah, that's what he's showing me. I don't know if this would make any sense to you. This may even be something you don't know. I'm not even sure. But he keeps telling me that he has your brother with him. I don't know if this is someone you considered a brother, maybe, or if it was an actual sibling. But he keeps telling me, tell her I have her brother with me. Now, I don't know what that means to you. It can even mean somebody that was like a brother figure to you. But he just wanted you to know that.
Nice. Well, Chelsea, I hope that all resonates and helps you out. Just make sure that you know that one thing that you feel is wishful thinking, or that you might be just wishing that it was happening, you need to open up and realize that this is not wishful thinking. And, someone else just mentioned, my husband, I think he's there, but, he's people, we get to that point with this person, we feel that energy. Don't allow you to overthink and say that's not true, because you're pushing things away when you do that. So don't do that to yourself. She says, oh, that's the wrong one. She says, oh my God, my lifelong friend James, he was murdered last year.
He says, your father says he's there. We're buddies. And you know what your dad's showing me? They play cards. So I don't know which one of them plays cards.
Brother growing up.
Cards and pool is what I'm being shown. And your dad says, and I'm kicking his ass. Your dad's funny.
Nice. Chelsea, thank you so much for your question tonight. We do appreciate you. All right, guys, we're going to try to get to as many people as we can. We've got Bella here. Bella says, I just feel like I need validation that he sees and knows how mean his family is, and if they are going to give me and the kids any money, life insurance, that he worked for us, and what are his signs to me? Well, there's multiple signs, when it comes to him, but not one in particular. I mean, yeah, when you're sleeping and you wake up and you feel like someone was there, I know that's because you wake up and you're like, man, am I still dreaming? No, he was there. He was trying to comfort you. It is not a dream. You're not dreaming that. It's real. You are feeling that. That's because he is there. He's trying to show you those signs. He tries to comfort you. When it comes to the money situation, he does see how mean his family is. He knew that before the passing. He knew the type of people that they were. He loves them, but he knows what type of people they are. So don't allow yourself to be pushed around by them. I know that you care about them, and I know that you are trying to be nice, but sometimes being pushed around is not a good thing. It's not healthy, and that you're going to have to stand up for yourself at some point in time. When it comes to the finance part of that, I do feel like money's coming, but I feel like they're money hungry. That's what I saw. They're money hungry. And I would be careful of that. I wouldn't share that type of financial situations with them about what's really going on or how you're feeling or, what's there. Because I'm going to tell you this, it's not, they are mean. They look down on everybody. I don't know why they do that. They really don't have I don't see them as someone that should be looking down on. Their energy is toxic. I don't like even reading it. Is it put a heavy spot in my chest. I keep being told someone in that family is not in a good place. Hospitalization is coming. That's what he just said. Not that there's going to be another death or anything to that nature, just that someone needs to start taking care of themselves and change their diet and do that. And he says just kind of keep your eyes and ears open. And, you can volunteer a little bit of your time, but when they start getting into that vicious mode, you need to back away. Don't allow them to attack you. And, when it comes to, I think they think they're the know-it-alls. Laugh out loud. Yeah, that's true. And, I got that the female, I guess it's like heart complications that they already have. I don't think they really are taking care of it, and they're going to have some flutters. It is a woman. Who is this person? His mom. Yeah, whoever's got the heart issue, because I'm feeling it right here, and it's very heavy because they're not taking care of themselves the way they should be. They're doing everything wrong. I don't feel that this is a passing, but he's letting you know that this is something that's going to happen. They can kick rocks. Yeah. Girl, you're stealing pages out of my own book there. Off his brother. Yeah. So, oh my God. Yeah, well, the thing about it is that when you are feeling, giving and caring, you try to be your best with them, but they don't respect you. So you need to only give them so much of you. It could almost feel like you're robotic. He says you're not being mean to them. You're not taking the hits. He does things in your room. He does a lot of things in your bedroom, trying to comfort you. He says that, you do too much, and you're doing so much to the point of exhaustion, and he wants you to take it back a little bit. That's why he wanted you to grieve some. But yeah, he moves things in the house. He does things that, like TV channels and stuff. Like, I feel like you'll shut your TV off. It'll be on one channel, but when you turn it back on, it's on a different channel, but it would be one of something he would watch. And it's just weird. You're like, that's weird. And you're like, I wasn't watching that. Why the hell would I watch that? It's these little things that he's doing. He's giving you little signs. Favorite song, his colors are standing out. The smells, I mean, it's all consistent. But sometimes we're so busy in our everyday lives that we don't always get the opportunity to see those signs. And that's what he's doing. So when you are in your sleep state, you think about it more. And I feel, just as Faith said before, that you dream about him, but you don't always remember. And this is for your comfort. So while you're dreaming these things, he may not be the actual person in the dream, but he is beside you while you're having these dreams. He was always there. He's always going to protect you. And I'm telling you right now, he says, I cannot wait when we get to share our love in that way again. So he's not saying you're going anytime soon, because he said you're not allowed. And so you got to be here with us. You've got work to do. But remember to take some care of yourself, self-care. Keep an eye out for my signs. I love you. Passing this over to Faith, because he's got some messages he sent her.
Bella, I want to talk to you because he keeps talking about your kids. And I don't know if this is a past memory or something current because of how he's showing this to me. But he keeps showing me patty cake or the kids clapping. So I don't know if that's current or something past, but he's just sending love to the kids. And he also keeps telling me, tell her to try OxyClean. I don't know why, but he says to tell you to try OxyClean on the slime. Now, I have no idea personally if that will work, but that's literally what he told me in spirit. Okay, so just know that. I have no idea if that will work on a personal level, but he told me to tell you that.
Powder, not liquid.
Yeah, not the liquid kind, the powder. And kind of scrub it in is what he's showing me. So the other thing I want to talk to you about is this money situation. Okay, so I, just like Journey, feel like your in-laws are money hungry. I also feel like there's a lot of anger and resentment there because I feel like they've never completely gotten along with you or respected you correctly.
She said, nah, I'll leave it. Laughed my ass off.
But you know what he says? He says if he were here in physical form, that would drive him crazy. He said, please try to get it up. I don't know why. That's so funny. But I'm being shown that if you want money from them, you're going to have to stand your ground. They will give you some, but it's not going to be what you and the kids deserve.
They don't like me for no reason.
Okay. No, you know why I think they do this? Is because they always try to control and guilt your husband, but they can't control and guilt you. You're nice to them, but you know they're BS, and they don't like that. And now that he's gone, they really can't control you because you're like, y'all are some fuckers. But you're still trying to be nice about it. I do see you getting money from them. It's going to be a little drawn out. I feel December is going to be significant for you with this. It's going to come to a crossroads. I don't feel or think either way that you're going to get as much as you deserve, that they will give you some, but I'm being shown you're going to have to fight for it, Bella. And I'm not saying necessarily court. I'm just saying you having to vocalize and speak up to get it.
She says,
You know,
"Yep, I'm fake. Yep,
Yeah.
I'm fake as fuck. Two can play at that game." Ha ha ha.
Bella, you're funny. I can't wait till if I ever talk to you, you're funny. So, that's the thing. You're going to have to stand your ground. You
Yeah.
will get some, but I don't think you're going to get what you necessarily deserve. So just know that. You're going to be this next year really coming into your own, but he's telling me to take care of yourself.
I have kids. What a shame. What the heck they need the money for?
It's not a question of need. It's a question of, this is what I kind of feel from it, okay? Let's say
from other people.
Let's say that I'm you, and I'm just using this as an analogy because of how I'm feeling it, okay? Let's say that I'm you, and I said to them, okay, so when are you going to give me some of my husband's life insurance money? And they'll be like, oh, well, we'll give it to you as you need it. It's an issue of wanting to control it and watch what you do with it. It's an issue of having control. That's what it is, and that's what I mean when I say you're going to have to fight for it and stand up for it. But you're going to reach your crossroads with that in December. Now, I'm seeing that they're going to give you some money, but it's going to come like in lump sums at least 3 times, but you're still going to have to fight for some. That's what I'm being sure. And then the mom's going to want to know what you're doing with it. But I will tell you this. When she has those issues that Journey described with the heart fluttering, because I feel it too as I'm tuning into the energy. I was feeling it as he was talking even. It will make her a little bit more compassionate. So right after that, like after things calm down for her, that would be the time to pull on her compassion string.
All right. Well, Bella, I hope that helps. Thank you so much for your questions tonight. We're going to keep on going. Linda D, go ahead and throw us your question. And then Catherine, a.k.a. Kay, get your question ready. Do not post it, Kay, until we call your name again. We're waiting on Linda D. She's before you. All right, Linda, come on down. I sent it. Okay. Oh, there it is. All right. Linda says, hi, Journey and Faith. I got a call from my grandson, Ryan, today. After almost a month, his girlfriend was kind of cold. Something seems off. I feel so abandoned. Also, is there any spirits around me? Well, first of all, yes, there's tons of spirits that circle you. Seeing a husband. The husband. I'm also seeing husband. I'm seeing a friend. I'm seeing, like I said, lots of spirits surround you. trying to give you strength in a time of need. When it comes to your grandson, when it comes to your grandson, I'm going to tell you right now why she feels so cold is because they're not on good terms. This energy is not good. So she's being cold to you, but she's also being manipulated by your grandson's mother. She's just basically feeding everybody a bunch of lies. But you know what the thing about that is? She's feeding so many lies, she's not going to be able to keep up with them. And then she's going to start stumbling on her lies, and the truth will start to reveal itself. Your grandson's the first one that sees it. Your grandson is moving from his area closer to you, if not with you, because he's tired of his situation. Your grandson's also in a situation where he feels that he is done. I do not get that he is happy. I get that he feels that no matter what he does, where he's at, he's not going to get anywhere. And he feels as though he's trapped. And he feels that he's trapped in a relationship that's not going anywhere either. He feels as though that she's not the person he once started dating. I also feel as though that he is not living his true self. He's not living his true life. And that his true self will come, but it'll come when he starts talking to you. And he's talking to you in a different way. And, he's trying to open that door between the two of you. And I see that your grandson definitely needs to get out of his situation. He needs to be able to see who he is and have the opportunity and the chance to be who he wants to be. But if he's there, he can't do that. There's too many eyes, there's too much judgment, and there's not enough money in the world to help him. And that's how he feels. So he's going to want to leave this situation. Now, I see him being around a best friend. I see him making things work. I see him saving money. Honey, he's coming closer than you think. If he's not there by the end of this month or the beginning of September, I would be surprised. But with the way he's feeling, I feel like it's going to be sooner than later. It's, he's trying to be his best self. He doesn't feel that he can speak. He doesn't feel that he has his voice. He doesn't feel that he can trust. And that's a big thing. Even in his relationship, he feels like it's being controlled. And he's just there like a zombie doing what everybody wants him to do, because I feel like he's people pleasing right now. So he's trying. He's coming close to getting out of his shell, but I need you to, I don't feel that you wouldn't be open to anything and everything that he would tell you and how he would feel. And that he believes you. That's what I'm seeing here too, is that he believes you, but anything he says that would be like, I'm talking positive about you, he would get attacked for. So rather than get attacked, he's avoiding the conflict because he's already got too much pressure on it. She says he's trying to get a vehicle first. Yes, he is a people pleaser, but that's what he's doing right now. And when it comes to the vehicle thing, I don't feel that the vehicle is going to be the end-all game. I feel as though that he would rather take an Uber and get the hell away from there than, end up getting a car to wait that long to get a car. So I honestly feel as though transportation's important, but he doesn't feel like it's more important than his livelihood and his, he's sacrificing so much. And there's a real depression here that he's not letting out. And I feel like he's ready to have that conversation with you, but he can't do it where he's at, because if so, someone's going to hear. Maybe someone over here, he may show his emotions, and then everybody's going to be, they don't treat him well. And if he doesn't people please, he gets treated like shit. So, and rather than get treated that way, he's going to suck it up and he's going to just give them what they want, because life is easier that way, but he's miserable. You're going to have to help him with a lot of healing, and I hope you're prepared for that. But something tells me that the finance situation on your end is going to get stronger, and you're going to find yourself being able to help him in a way that you didn't think you were going to be able to at that time. But you will. It's going to be amazing. And I'm very excited for that because he's finally going to get that. I got a lump in my throat because his voice has been restricted. I'm going to pass this over to Faith. Faith, what do you got?
Hey, so I agree 100% with everything that Journey just said, but I'm going to add some more to it. Now, you know that the situation that your grandson is in with this girl is very abusive. I'm not saying she doesn't love him in her own way, but it's a control thing. That's why she's being cold, because she knows energetically, I think she can feel that he wants to leave that situation. So she just doesn't give a crap anymore, like how she acts. I agree with Journey. I feel like your grandson will be around you within 3 weeks. But he's got a lot to tell you and a lot of things that he wants to share with you. So be open. You know, he's been traumatized a lot by situations he's been in, and because he is a people pleaser, he doesn't feel good enough. That's why he's always tried to please everyone, because he doesn't feel like who he is good enough.
He is controlled by his mother.
Right, but he's controlled by the girlfriend too.
I agree.
A lot. Like, I hear her being verbally abusive, like really tearing him down, telling him he's not a man and he needs to do this and he needs to do that. And he tried to like do whatever she wanted, and it just makes him feel like he's not good enough. He's never good enough. You're one of the only people that makes him feel loved. That's why he's coming towards you, because he's very broken. And you are going to be, in a way of sorts, part of his reawakening and his comfort. I don't want to say you're going to be his salvation, because I don't think it's that completely, but your love is what's going to give him the strength to feel better about who he is. So, just like Journey said, you are really going to have to help him heal. And you're going to see some things about him that you didn't know, as far as how scarred he is and how broken he is. So just please be aware of that and be ready for it. I feel like this is going to be a new beginning for the both of you. It's going to make your bond even stronger than it already was. And shame on that girlfriend and his mother.
She says, well, he works so hard and pampers her.
Yeah, but it's not just that. He's never enough. She tells him that he's worthless and that he's not man enough. He'll tell you this stuff. And why she's being so cold and so distant, it's because she can't control him anymore. See, she thought they were going to get married and ride off into the sunset. But see, he's tired of her saying all this mean stuff and acting this way. And then he's got the pressures from his mother too. And it's building up to the point where he felt like he was going to have a breakdown. That's why he wants to leave that situation. Because he feels broken. And brokenness, when people that you love cause you to feel broken, that's not love. That's abuse. People don't realize there's different forms of abuse. And breaking someone's spirit is a form of abuse. So, but he is going to come forward. He is going to come around you. I feel a husband energy around you, just like Journey said. And I keep being shown something with you needing to do some maintenance to the house, some type of repairs. Nothing major, but I keep being shown that. Your grandson is going to get a car. I see a little silver car. I think it might be a Toyota. I don't know what kind, because I'm not good with that, but I think it's a Toyota of some sort. And it's going to take him a while to get adjusted to everything when he comes your way, but he's going to be in a much happier space. The mom's going to be disappointed because he left and she won't have him to abuse, but it's still going to be a good thing for
Absolutely.
him. Really good thing. And you're going to feel closer to him than you ever have because he's going to step into his own and feel love from you and meet new people and be much more at peace. And I'm really glad that he's going to break up with that girl because I don't like her. And I don't say that much in reading.
Neither do I. She says, "Thank you both so much. I will help my grandson. He is an awesome guy. The repairs is a full bathroom remodel." There it is. Nice. All right. Thanks, Linda. We appreciate you. All right. We're going to go ahead and take Kay. Kay, go ahead and throw us your question. You are next on the list. Kay, go ahead and throw us your question. Kay, are you with us?
We might have lost our journey.
All right, we got Kay here. Kay says, "Richie and I disagree on everything. I invited Larry, who I love, over to dinner on Monday. He said he would come for dinner, but wouldn't stay over and make love. Will he come Monday and will we make love? He said he wouldn't make love. Will he change his mind when he gets close?" All right. So when it comes down to this, Kay, I'm going to say that I do see him coming for dinner. But when you when you invite him over, I wouldn't be so strong on trying to make the moves to get him into the bedroom. Enjoy his company, make him feel strong, make him, kind of build up that connection. Because once you do that, that will be good. That could lead to you guys being in that deeper, more involved relationship that you're looking for. But Larry has connections to someone else. And that's what I'm seeing. And I feel like that's why Larry doesn't want to go that far. That's why I'm saying you can do this very friendly and make it very friendly and keep it that way for now. But Larry is still connected to somebody else. Richie and you definitely disagree on a lot of things, and that's because you don't like him. That's why you guys disagree on so much. That's why that's becoming a problem, because you don't have feelings for him. You don't want him there is what I'm seeing, period. Bottom line. You don't want him around. And that's why you're constantly disagreeing on something. If he does something, it's aggravating you. It's pissing you off. So yeah, you're going to disagree on everything. He's going to get mad. You're going to get mad. You're both slinging poo at each other. It's just not a good thing. So try to, just try not to let things get under your skin when it comes to Richie. It's just not worth your time. She goes, his ex-wife. I'm not sure who it is, to be honest with you, and I don't feel like it's an ex-wife that he's connected to. I honestly feel, did he say that he was in a relationship or on a relationship that's on a break or something to that nature? Because I don't see it as an ex-wife. I actually see it as a person that he was involved with. I still see an involvement here. Did Larry make love to Joe's ex-wife? Yes, but that's not who he's connected to. And she said no. Larry is connected to a woman. I don't think you know about her. I think he's hiding it. And this is why I warned you about Larry. I didn't trust his energy before. But the thing about it is that he's not going to She says his ex-wife. It's not his ex-wife. It's not. This is not a woman he was married to. That's what I'm saying. I don't feel that Larry's being 100% honest with you. It's also why Larry doesn't want to, go that far. He doesn't want to be in that sexual energy with you. And it's not that he doesn't care for you, because I see the care. I see the love. But I don't feel that if he does that, then he's cheating. And that's what he feels in his heart. So he knows that if he's going to pursue anything, he would need to separate himself from this other woman. And I know that he's got to not be mentioning this, because I'm not seeing that you have the idea and you think it's the ex-wife. It's not her. It's another woman. He's connected to her on his phone. You will see him constantly checking his cell phone. So just know what's going on there, but don't take it to heart. Be nice, be kind, enjoy his energy, enjoy your time with him. Make him want to come back, because I know this is what you want, Kay. So I'm going to help you out here. Make him feel like $1 million. I know you want a little hanky-panky. Who doesn't? You know what I'm saying? But, this actual encounter with you guys is not that time. So that's why I'm saying make him feel like $1 million. Tell him he looks good. Build up his ego a little bit. Feed him them breadcrumbs. Of course, you want him to come to the bedroom, but don't expect it this time. Expect maybe later on in the future, is what I'm saying. But this time, no. And I feel like he's going to separate from this other woman if you can make him feel that way. That's why I'm sharing that information with you, because I know what you want. But right now, I don't feel like that's what you're going to get. So she says, how do I do that other than making love? Well, how do you do that? You talk about, you look good, how are you doing? And you just brag about him. You make him feel good about himself. Humor him. You don't be like, I'm going to make you feel good. I'm going to slam you in that bed and ride you like I stole you. That's not, to me, that wouldn't be sexy. That's not building my ego. That's like, did I just pay a hooker to hang out with me? What just happened? So that's not where you need to be. Making love is not going to provide that he feels good about himself. Super laugh out loud. But, if you stroke the ego and you just talk him up, you look good. I'm glad you're doing well. Oh, my God, this is so great. I enjoy your company. I've missed this about us. Let him be reminded of the energy that's there between the two of you, Kay, because that's what's going to draw him back. And then you can get a little brown chicken, brown cow. You get a little ass. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But this go around is not the ass getting time. So you just got to wait just a little bit longer to get a little ass. I'm going to pass this over to Faith on that note. Faith, what are you getting for Kay?
Oh, my God. Journey, give me just a second, Kay. Oh, my Lord. Okay. Let me try not to laugh here. So, Kay, I agree with Journey. First of all, let me say I am very happy that Larry's coming around, because we've read you for a long time, and I remember you've asked about him a few times, and he wasn't communicating as much as you wanted previously. So I'm glad that he is coming around. He will come for dinner. I agree with Journey on that. Now, you were asking Journey, how do you make him feel wanted or like a man other than sexual? There's a lot of ways to make a man feel wanted and validated and, like you want them in your presence. What you do is you make, when he does come to your home, make it stress-free, make it a happy place to be, make it calm and relaxing, and you have fun and you laugh and you enjoy his presence, you enjoy one another's energy. Don't push him, Kay, because that will make him run, okay? And he does have someone else around him, just like what Journey said, because I felt it too, okay? So you doing that, if you try to push him, that's going to scare him off, and you're going to lose the friendship, which you want him back in your life. So if you want him back in your life, don't bring up anything about sex or any of that because that's going to scare him. Just be a good friend to him. Laugh. Have a good time as a person. I know that's what you want, and I know you're one of those people that when you want something, you state it clear, and this is what I want, and this is what I expect. But in this circumstance, you can't do that, okay?
He wanted dinner at 4 p.m. I said, no, that's early. He is an a.m. early bird eater. Will we discuss each other with our looks after 5 years? Yes.
Yeah. He'll say, it's good to see you. You look good. That kind of thing. And you'll say it too. You know, he's looking at it as I'm reconnecting with an old friend. Don't push anything else right now because, you know, you'll lose what you're wanting to gain, the opportunity. But I do see you guys staying in communication. I can't reiterate it enough because I'm being told to say it again. Do not push the sex thing, okay? Don't. Because you're gonna tell yourself, I'm gonna be good. I'm not gonna bring it up. I'm not gonna push it, and then you're gonna get flirty, and then you're gonna ask him, and then he's gonna feel awkward. So don't do that, okay? I'm just reiterating it again. Just like Johnny saw, I feel like if you will go easy, you will have some type of opportunity to have a relationship with him.
Said, did he date the girl before?
This girl, this is not okay. You keep harping on who this is, but who this is isn't important. Okay? It doesn't matter who it is. It's not his ex-wife. It's not anyone that you know about. So I don't know why. That's not what's important. We're telling you how to have this person get to point A, from point A to point B, to have what you might like to have with him.
Which is Netflix and chill.
Johnny! Sometimes it is just chill, you know.
Okay, Grandma.
Are you calling me a prude?
Uh-huh.
Thanks, Johnny.
No problem.
Hence why I'm not married, people.
It's too much. It's Friday, guys. I've been reading for 12 hours.
I'm sorry, guys. Give me a second. You're messed up, Journey.
Honey, you're the one posting their names. Don't post their names.
Yeah, don't do that. It doesn't matter who it is. You need to stop harping on that. What matters is that he is involved with somebody. He's not coming there to reconnect with you for the first time in a sexual way. I'm just going to be blunt with you and say that. He's coming to reconnect with an old friend. You're the one that's automatically wanting to jump from that. He doesn't want that. That's not his thought initially. You need to stop focusing on that, okay? I'm not saying you're not going to have that with him eventually, but let's get through this first situation first, okay? And it's not going to happen immediately with you guys. He does have someone in his life that he's still connected to, just like Journey said.
Mm-hmm.
And you need to stop focusing on who it is, because who it is doesn't really matter. What matters is he's connected to someone, and you should respect that and just be glad that he's coming in your presence and going to reconnect with you. Because do you know how many people want to reconnect with somebody that they used to love even years later, just to even know how they are? And because I know as a reader, And Journey knows that you've talked with us about this person over and over and over and over. And I'm not saying that in a bad way, but he's finally coming forward to you as a friend and wanting to reconnect with you, Kay. So take that step by step, take that for the value that it is, and just take it easy. And just know that you're going to have an opportunity, but do not push it on this first visit.
Push it.
Are you, Journey, don't make me text Steven, Journey.
He won't do nothing. She says, "Will he think I'm ugly?" No, he won't.
No, he won't. Of course not. That's not what this is about. We're just telling you.
Woo him.
Yeah, and don't take it from 0 to 60 in 10 minutes or one visit.
Don't be like, "Hey, Larry." Hey. That's not what you're doing. You're like, "Let's have dinner. Let's talk. What have you been up to? I'm so glad for you. Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to take care of my health. I'm trying to get back on track. You guys just reminisce, tell him that he looks good. You look really good. You look like you've been taking care of yourself. Just keep stroking that ego. So he'll come back over so you can get your Netflix and chill."
Oh my gosh, Journey.
Because you're not getting it this go around, but that's okay because all you're doing right now is going, "You're so pretty. I like you. You're cute." That's what you're doing. That
and
way,
you're not gonna.
when you say come have dinner again, he'll be like, "Okay."
Let me just say this ahead of time, Kay. Don't think that you're gonna have this one visit and the next visit you guys are gonna have that either. Because I see this happening over a period of months before you get to that point. So just know that this is not gonna happen tomorrow where you guys are gonna be romping in the bedroom or watching Netflix and chill. Or Hulu and hang out. Or Disney and...
He goes, "I want to stroke something else." Honey, you will get to that, but you got to go first. You got to tell him how pretty he is.
It's a Friday.
When you tell him how pretty he is, you need to make sure that he's doing what he needs to do. Make him feel like a man. And when I say make him feel like a man, don't tell him to take out the garbage. Just tell him that he's hot. He looks good. You look good. How you doing? What have you been up to? Oh, that's great. Everything that he says is great. Even if you think it's boring as hell, you're trying to I mean, even if you're bored stiff and you want something that's stiff, you're gonna have to wait and woo him so you can get to that problem.
Oh my gosh, I can't.
Because if not, you're going to be stuck using power tools. So woo him. Woo him. Kay, we love your face. I hope that helps. You have a great night. Thank you so much for your question. All right, we're going to slip one more in, guys. There's probably one person that we're going to be reading. So we're going to go ahead and take this person. Her birthday was yesterday, so we're going to say happy birthday. Hope Wells, go ahead and throw us your question. We knew it was your birthday, so I wanted to make sure you got your question in because you didn't get a chance to get it in yesterday. All right. And she said, laugh out loud and thank you. I hope it helps. Remember, woo him. Tell him he's pretty.
That doesn't mean you're going to get the bedroom stuff that night. Remember that.
We did get Nora Brown says, Faith, there was an arrest in my niece's murder. So much of what you told me now makes sense.
Oh, thank you so much for letting me know, Norma. I'm so glad.
Does
let me know.
Messages for me, honey. He's crossed over too soon for me. I'm going to pass it over to Faith. Hope wants to know if her brother has any messages because his death was too soon for me to want to connect.
Okay. You know what he's showing me is his death was very sudden. Okay. He said all of a sudden I was out of my body and it was like, woo, where am I? Type thing. Like he had to really register it. He's showing me stuff with his head. So I don't know if there was any pressure to the head or something with the head because he keeps showing me the side of his head and pressure. Sorry, I'm trying to listen to what he's saying. He keeps telling me a lot of randomness. He's telling me this is funny, not funny, but funny. He's saying he misses soup. He keeps saying something about tomato soup. I don't know what this is. Like, if there's a memory with tomato soup or something. Hope, because he's saying something about tomato soup. Okay? He's showing me a can of Campbell's tomato soup, and he keeps harping on it. He's saying, Hope, find your independence, because lately he says you're not as independent as you usually are, and other people are dependent on you, and they're like sucking you down. He says he's came to you a lot. He says you have a picture of him somewhere, and when you look at that picture, it looks like he's staring at you.
Tomato soup, and he can't.
What did she say, Journey?
My brother, he loved tomato soup, and he can't.
Oh, okay, yeah. So he's saying he just put a thumbs up, like she got it. He wants to know, will you eat some tomato soup for him?
Lord have mercy.
I mean, you can't make this stuff up, Journey.
I know.
He says, please ask her to make some tomato soup and eat it and think of me. And he says, please do not add water, add milk. And he says, make a grilled cheese with 2 different kinds of cheese and the thick bread, and please enjoy it. Happy birthday. That's your birthday lunch for this weekend. He says, because she'll make it. And he says, don't burn it, because you're gonna get on the phone and burn one side. He says, I'll be there with you when you eat the grilled cheese. He says, it's the closest thing I can get to eating it. Oh my gosh, I don't think I've had a reading like this in a long time. But he keeps harping on this. He also keeps saying something about a truck, Hope. Okay? And he says something about the truck needs fixed. This looks like a pickup truck to me, but I'm seeing it at a distance. Okay? And he's saying something about ears. Do you hear ringing in your ears sometimes since he passed? That's him trying to talk to you. He just keeps saying that he loves you. He's also saying that you have trouble breathing when you're sleeping, so I don't know if that's sleep apnea or what, but he's showing me your nasal passage is closing a little bit, Hope. So he said just be aware of that. He also says for you to expect some unexpected money. It's something, I don't know if this is 500 or 5,000, but it's one of those two, because the way your brother's showing me stuff is very sporadic, and I think it is because some newer spirits don't know how to communicate. So, like, I have to really interpret with a newer spirit what they're saying. But his energy is very strong, Hope, and if you want me to connect with him more, you can always call me on the site. He is around you. He keeps saying something about the kitchen light, and he says you have a pet. He's showing me you have a pet. The pet sees him in the house. He is around you, and he loves you. He says she talks to me every day when she's walking down the hallway in her house, and she walks really heavy. He says you hear him at night. He's in your house at night. He says he's watching over you, and he's got his arms crossed like this, and he says, I stand guard in our house. he loves you very much. He says, please eat that grilled cheese and tomato soup. And he says, happy birthday. Happy birthday. And he's showing me flowers with a big purple bow on the front of them. And he's going to make it so somebody gives you a gift that's going to be unexpected, that's going to remind you of him. And he says that's because he put it in their head to give it to you. So technically, he says it's from him because he's smart like that. And he's saying he loves you. He's also saying be careful of your feet because sometimes your shoes are too tight on some of your toes because your feet swell. He says just be aware of that, okay? Something about your circulation on your left foot, okay? But he loves you. And he's saying, please eat a grilled cheese and tomato for him.
She goes, thank you so much. That was so my brother. I have a picture of my brother, and we all see he looks at us and does have a truck. Okay, thanks so much. You are welcome.
Happy birthday, Hope.
Birthday. Guys, when I do mediumship, the spirit needs to be passed for at least 6 months for me. That's just a rule that I have for myself, and my family does the same. That way I feel that they understand that they need to cross over. So once he gets past that mark, I'll be more than happy to connect with him. All right. Faith. It's been so much fun. And
it always is, Journey.
We talked about some shit. It's been a good week.
You just wanted to talk about Kay and Netflix and chill.
Hey, you know what? We call it like it is. You know what I mean? If you're going to Netflix and chill, you're going to Netflix and chill. But the thing is that the energy to me is, woo him first. Tell him he's pretty. She said he looks like Richard Gere. Be pretty woman. What can I say? Be Julia. Woo him like she did. Just don't do the sex part yet because he's not ready. All right. No. She said he's been gone for 4 years. Yeah, but I connected to the energy and it still felt new.
Yeah, because you have to remember something. He hasn't been with you like that in 4 years. So it will be like starting all over again. And he's had other people around him and there'll be a nervousness. It's not going to be instantaneous. Maybe for you it will be because you still have that feeling toward him. And I'm not saying he doesn't care for you, but men sometimes it takes them longer. We as women, when we connect with an ex, we hold on sometimes to the emotions and things of that nature that sometimes they don't always hold on to. So it takes time to rekindle that for them. And you have to let him be the man and kind of approach this, Kay. You can't do it like you usually would because you're a go-getter. That's going to scare him. Let him feel confident in being around you and comfortable as a friend so he can be the man and be the aggressor in this.
All right, Hope. I hope that suits you well. Happy birthday again.
Happy birthday.
And
for anybody that wants to...
Happy birthday to you as well. I just seen it was her birthday as well.
Oh, whose birthday is it?
Hug Mama.
Oh.
It's her birthday.
Happy birthday, Bella.
Not Bella. Pug Mama.
Oh, Pug Mama. Hey, Pug Mama. Long time no hear from. For me, anyway.
From everyone here at My Psychic Connection, we want to say thank you so much for joining us. Tune in on Monday when we are back. We are going to have Emma Rose. She's going to be joining us on Monday, so get ready for that. Tuesdays, we're here with Nikki Taylor, and then half an hour after our show, there's Divine Time with Nikki Taylor. So if you guys don't get a chance to talk to her on our show, her show's right after ours on the same channel. So you guys can tune right back in and get another reading. All right, guys, don't forget Wednesdays. I get Wednesday through Friday is myself and Faith. So you guys get a whole earful of us having a good time, enjoying your guys' company. You guys are like friends and family here. Remember that.
You guys are.
And we want to say thank you. Have a beautiful weekend. From everyone here at My Psychic Connection, we want to say thank you so much. Have a great night. We'll see you on Monday.
Night, guys.